Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Angela from Dear Angela's Vintage, and I got a almost 6 pound bag of jewelry from Kat at Calypso Antiques, and I'm going to do a little content of me opening the bag and going through the bag, so it may be more than one video. So let's get into what's in the bag. Okay, and here is the 5 pound, 12 ounce bag, 6 pounds in shipping. It's got different Ziplocs. Disregard the background there, just filming on the fly. It's got all these different pieces, and then she did say that there's also premium stones in here. I think there's like usable jewelry, also craft lot, and I said like I would make people in the community some things with this, so I'm gonna lay it down and start pulling some things out. Okay, I'm gonna start. I have a lid here, I'm just using it as kind of like a tray for the loose beads, and as you can see there's just different separate baggies, so I'm gonna start pulling these out. So here I have some loose pink and green little chip and seed beads, it looks like. I'm trying to focus that. And let's see, I'll put that off over there. And here's some more seed bead style. Let's see, they kind of look like they're wood. Let's see. I think they're not wood, maybe more of like a stone, plastic, kind of resin material. There's these coppery color and these green. So those are easy to just take off the string and to reuse in any kind of piece, because there's a good amount of them that you can just rework for a craft. Let's see. There's this heart, which I did kind of see through the bag, so I was thinking I could take apart this top heart here and use that for a craft, and it could be like something for a Valentine's thing, like a different Valentine's craft or something. But this is a lot, so we'll see what I can come up with for that. There is this. I don't know, this looks like maybe it was previously glued to something already. Kind of got this iridescent back, but there's these little pink like prong set, little rhinestones, and then kind of like a ball chain, it looks like, in here with some little cabochons. Let's see, there's this little plastic piece. Almost looks like it would be like a bead spacer, so, but obviously this went over something else. Don't know how it was attached or anything, but almost like it was, or it could be like a foot, like on an edge, like a corner kind of protector thing. Here's like a little almost dream catcher sort of style with the beads hanging down. I don't know if this had some kind of clasp on the back, or it was like set in something as like a necklace. But that's interesting. Kind of like fun pop kind of colors. Let's see. Oh, those are all loose, so let's wait on that. Let's go with this. Here's some blue. Let me open the bag. Some blue plastic kind of 2-hold beads. So you can can line them up like this and string them together and make a bracelet. Be like a big chunky kind of style bracelet. It reminds me of like the 80s. But they also have kind of like a cool color like swirl. It's like that slag glass vibes with the different color variation, but plastic. More simple. Here's some white seed beads, and it looks like some brown leather cord. Be careful, because in case that's not knotted. This says Sandra Schneider. So it looks like this is knotted around those beads, which are coming apart. So just gonna put that back into the Ziploc, but this would work really good for a necklace or as a base layer. If you had a larger hold bead, you could thread them onto there. This is a lot of white beads. You could use seed beads, mix them in, you know, as spacers. But good for crafting. Let's see, did any get away? I don't think so. Wow, this is something. This is a barrette and like a big hair clip. Let's see what the back says. Made in Taiwan, Republic of China. Looks like maybe some pieces came off or someone had glued it. It looks like a handmade piece. Might kind of disassemble this because I like the rhinestone kind of little pieces on their own. I have a lot of beads like these back here, but I like, you know, these pieces. These are really pretty, so maybe I could rework them into something else. And then like this is kind of cool like shape, so if I could get the stuff off and then maybe rework it, you could, you know, make something on top of this as your base. I think that would be pretty neat. Let's see. This looks like a ceramic. See, it says 22, so this must have been selling somewhere once with a pair of earrings, which have lost their backing. But this cool, like kind of leaf stamped clay piece with gold accents, and this looks silver with this little sun type shape up top. I like this. A little bit big for what I would normally wear, but I do like the style. This looks like kind of acrylic or resin with this gold tone kind of cap on top of it, and then oh, apparently it goes like this. So this is the clip, and so this would hang down, but they are kind of heavy, so that would be a pretty heavy earring, I think. But you know, you could take this off and turn this into a pendant with some like gold tone going up in like the strands of the necklace. I think that would be really cool. So I could see reusing that for like a necklace pendant. Let's see. Here's some miscellaneous mixed beads. Oh, this was interesting. It looks like something with like a bunch of little shells attached. Know if this was an earring, like, like if they're glued but they're movable, kind of. This is different. It's all these little shells. Oh, and there's more in here, plus some more seed bead, and then see all the down in there is shells. Oh, it must have been on a bracelet. So if these are all separate pieces and they have little eyelets like this, you could take them off and restring them on something new with shells, or attach them to a craft with the cute little shells in the pastel colors. I kind of like them. I mean, not so much all of them together like this, but like you could rework that. I think that would be like something that would look really pretty if you put it with some other type of shell. Here's a big star earring. Here's a clip this way, I guess. Big star with the big medallion ear clip. Let's see, trying to pick out things that are not falling apart. So here's a big strand of white beads. This has got one of those kind of clasps where you had to like usually pinch in and slide it in, but yeah, so you just pinch that down and it'll slide into the clasp. But it's a little bit weighty, a long one, so one that you would probably double over and do that. So you could do that and then add like something to it. So you can add that, take off that, and add that to the bottom. You have a big chunky piece if that's your style. Let's move that over here because all these black beads look like they're loose. Try to not make this too noisy. So a bunch of just black plastic round beads. Those work good as like spacers, kind of to break up if you're making a pattern on a necklace. You can do that, or you could put knots in between each and have like a whole black bracelet with some like colored cord. Let's see, I think that's enough of them for now out of the way to get to some other things. This looks like it was a rosary. So let's see. This is metal. I don't know if it's sterling. It's a little crucifix and a piece there. Sorry, I don't know too much about rosaries, but yeah, it's left. Definitely looks like it's missing the major part of the rosary up top, or I don't know technically what makes it a necklace and just a rosary. But I mean, there's no clasp on this, but that part could be missing. Here's a little heart, so this would be good for a craft. It's got, you know, maybe it was an earring. It looks like maybe there's a post attached to the back, but that'd be pretty big earring, so I think this would look good, be easy to use in a craft. You know, you could tuck that in somewhere and glue that in, like, and have a little metallic piece, or you could use like a metal hole punch and make it into like a pendant for a necklace. That's a good idea. And here's a brooch with like kind of a cheetah animal print with some like kind of filigree around the outside. More modern piece it looks like. And so hey, if anyone's interested in this, I don't have to really rework anything on here. So there's that. Oh, and this fell out of the bag earlier. This, I don't know what this is. It looks like paper. And there's a little cat, and it's rounded. And so I don't know if like it was supposed to be rounded, or if it was flat, or if there was like a brooch clasp on the back, like, or if this was attached to something else. But it's got this little cat with the flowers. Here's a couple little hearts. And that's a clip-on earring. Wow. That's like says totally 80s, 90s to me. That's a pretty big clip-on. Like, I think there's a bead stuck in the back of it. Okay. Just pull off this loose bead. But that's a big clip-on. Like, I mean, in the palm of your hand, like, that's pretty big. Let's see. Oh, here's more hearts. So, wondering, they were attached to something else at some point, but that'd be cool too, to make some kind of like garland. You know, you could punch, like I said, like do a little metal hole punch in here, or like I'm sure you could use like a nail and a hammer and kind of stamp like a hole through and make a cool little garland for Valentine's Day or something. Here's a, I don't even know. This is, it's got like a little latch closure, but this doesn't look like it'd be a bracelet. It'd be kind of big, so I'm not sure. But this is kind of a cool piece here. It's got little rhinestones up top, and this is kind of like a little ceramic enameled looking piece. Here's the back. But yeah, I don't know quite sure how this would plug into here, because I don't think this would go through. So I feel like I'm missing something to this. But let's see what else we have. There's like a little purple, meant to look like a stone, but it's plastic, little purple and white kind of agate looking heart. So that's perfect for use of a pendant. This is, looks like maybe it was an earring. Like had a room for a post on the back that was carved into, and maybe some like pyrography, I think that's how you say it, to like carve in the wood shape. This is some more 80s like plastic earrings, or maybe not earrings, because I don't see a thing, so maybe they were just meant to be like cabochons you would mount in something. Here's some pink rhinestones. It says, or sorry, not rhinestones. I think they're shells actually. It says made in Philippines. Let's see. Gonna focus there. Let me take that out. See if I can get that section out. Looks like they're all strung on here. And made in Philippines. I have some that look like this, but they're not shells. I can make it into a necklace, but some little pink shells strung onto like a necklace shape maybe. Let's see. There's a gold chain in here. Or gold tone chain. Okay. Some stuff. Oh, so this looks like it's missing a link. I mean, maybe it's in the bag. But, whoop. It has a little heart shape here with this lustery kind of pearl shaped, or pearl kind of textured in the middle. Chain link. Let's see if it's marked with anything. Agatha Paris. I mean, it seems like a pretty heavy duty chain. I don't see like a clasp in the middle, so maybe it was like big enough to slip over your head kind of at some point, like, or like kind of like a choker. Let me see. This, oops, sorry, going off screen. I'm not sure. There's some plating that's coming off there, so maybe I could take this apart, but Maybe we'll have to make that into a craft too. Let's see. What else we got? There's a leaf that looks like it must have been attached to something else before. Maybe I can clean that up and turn it into a brooch if I can get some of this adhesive off. You could add a brooch and then maybe add some like rhinestones in the middle here and kind of make it a little more like snazzy, pretty. It'd be fun for fall. Here's a little glass cabochon style piece. It's got some paint on top, kind of in a heart shape with some little accents around it. I believe it's all just paint on top. There's a glittery. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do this in a couple sets of opening this bag. There's quite a bit left still. So here's this fun piece. I think that would be cool as a pendant. It's got all these little rhinestones and faux pearls hanging off of it. So that'd be cool, attached to like gunmetal chain, which I do have. So I could add a ring somewhere and have this as a pendant, and maybe you could add like little these kind of hanging on the chain as well. Like yeah, just some more little faux pearl bead accents to the chain. And see, I have this whole blue heart that looks like it was mounted in something before. I like the shade of the blue, so I'll have to find something to do with all these hearts. I'm sorry if my fingers are becoming dirty because some of the stuff is a little bit tarnished in here. So this is fun. It's kind of got a topaz rhinestone with a bow and another topaz piece. So I'm guessing there's probably a clip-on on the back before, but I think this would be cool as a necklace piece, like, but probably like take off this bottom piece and just have this, and the bow I think would be cooler, and then somehow like have a attach a chain to the top part there. And here's a XO. It looks like the same kind of backing as the hearts, so maybe they're both, it says like light bright, so maybe they were like kind of, what do you call it, like asymmetric earrings, like hearts on one side and XO on the other. So we could do like a Valentine's craft and use those. Okay, that's gonna stay in the bag for a second. Here's the match to that pottery. So these I could redo and add some posts to that and resell these, or people still wear clip-ons, you can add a clip-on to the back of these, because I think that would be a little bit better. Since they're a little bit heavier, maybe that would like be more stabilizing, if that's the right word, to hold it on your ear better. These remind me of like Betsy Johnson or something. It's a clip-on earring with this like zebra print, kind of iridescent hearts, like little drop style chandelier earring. Let's see, let's pull out the other bags. There's some little blue beads that have like some of that spaghetti kind of drip, like glaze, not drip glaze, but spaghetti style, like splash on it. I think that's what it's called, or splatter, paint splatter kind of style. So you can make something kind of mod with those. Here's the match to those. Wow, this is something. It's another clip-on earring, like a little blue, smoky blue, like plastic earring, like around the outside, and then this little blue kind of shiny rhinestone in the middle. No markings on things so far except for that one heart necklace. Okay, so I wonder if this, yeah, so this must go to this. So you can tell that was broken off somewhere. So maybe I can just detach this part and we can make that into a pendant or like use for craft. I like the middle piece. Here's more black beads. I have no idea what that's supposed to be, but oh, now that I turned it this way, it kind of looks like a little Scotty or like a dog or something. Maybe it was a little piece that hung some little gold glitter around the outside, but it looks like air dry clay or something. But the hole is broken. Here's a little palm tree with like a whole bunch of fruit on it, like a Carmen Miranda earring. But see, these ones are fun to take apart, and then you can use all these like on a, you know, kind of rework it and have the little charms like on a bigger necklace and kind of space it out more instead of an earring. There. Wow, this is what does this say? It looks like it says thumb suck or something. Thumb suck, but it's like a little crochet looking knit thing. The picture of a boy. See, I can't tell what was attached on there. Maybe like a brooch backing, but this definitely looks aged. So I'm gonna try to see if I can find anything out about that. Wow. And this is all mixed up. Let's see. So we got the other one to that palm tree earring. And then these huge colored ball beads. And here's some more fun, colorful beads. That looks like it was a necklace, kind of like a toggle clasp, but it looks like it's missing the ring that the toggle would go through. But kind of a fun artsy bead, mix of different things like metal. Then this one's kind of like got the texture added, and then you have these wood style like flat bead to it. Let's see. Here's this little, what is it, jasper or something, stone like cross with little hearts. Bracelet. It looks like the clasp is broken. So this might be an easy fix if I could get that off and just put on a new clasp. You could, you know, you wouldn't have to do much to that. This is a little pendant piece, I think, and it has these shell-like medallions kind of hanging off of it. I don't know if what they were all supposed to have this thing and they broke off, because I think that's kind of random if it's just on this right side, and at least you'd think it'd be in the middle. Let's see. Here's more big beads, mixed little plastic looking, some little seed like pearl, mini pearl beads in there. These look like they're different kind of beads. They look almost purple, purple and black. They kind of feel like glass. I like the different colors in them, so I think that would be fun to craft with. And we're coming up in the half an hour mark, so I'm just trying to finish at least getting out all the bags of miscellaneous beads. There's some little cabochons in here that look like they're painted. Little rhinestones. And this one, these look like little art glass beads. So that looks like the elastic just wore out, but these are really pretty. You know, looks like applied glass to the beads and different shapes, and this little floral ones. So that'll be a fun one to remake. I think that would be really pretty for spring and summer. And here's some more like a little heart, rhinestone, like flat back pieces. Here's like a little turquoise pendant. Not real turquoise, I don't think, but still a cool piece. And then the last bag in here, I think, is just more of these like little pearl style beads. And then see, I still have, well, pan over here. There's still a whole bunch in here. So here's another one of these. Here's, wow, that's a leaf brooch. Guessing it went like this. This is someone crafted that themselves, I think. And star, just a dot of glue on the back, so not sure what that was used for. This looks, okay, so maybe this was part of a larger piece. This looks like, could be like, almost like a bone style or shell style bead, but it's plastic, and this little piece of metal is a little bit weightier, but I like the style of it. Reminds me of Cat. Well, I got this from Calypso Antiques. I don't know if I think I said it in the intro. Here's another one of those pieces. Lots of heart stuff. So yeah, we'll definitely have to do some like Valentine's themed crafts. Here's a little kind of cross shape. Here's the duplicate to those earrings. Here's a little clay flower rose, which is pretty cool. You can make this into an earring or just add it as a craft or on a picture frame. That would be really pretty. Let's see. This looks like, yeah, something came out of here, so it's missing its cabochons. So maybe you could take these off and then use them more as a flat mount and find something that fits in them. Here's another one of those pieces. There's, wow, here's a clip-on earring. It's got a bird on here. Kind of some hot pink beads. But I'm gonna stop there, I think. So we're about at the half-hour mark, and I'll have to do another video opening the rest of the bag. So everyone, I thank you for taking the time to watch me open and go through some of this jewelry bag. And stay tuned. I do have a sale coming up soon. The 20th of June with Pamela Blanchard on Monday. It will be at, I believe, 12 noon Central. So keep an eye out for that. And again, thanks, and comment on the video what you liked. You know, if you have any ideas or of a piece that you liked, you would like a piece, because I'm going to try to craft with this stuff. And don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you.